And I really want to speak briefly on this shit real quick about the frequencies, bro, and like the different entities that govern different frequencies, right? So it's like, bro, we are surrounded by energy constantly. You can't see it because you're not vibrating high enough. But when you take like shit when you take drugs and shit, and people be like they be seeing shit, is because nigga you're seeing the unknown realm. Like you're seeing the realm that actually makes this shit move, which is the spiritual realm. You can see spirits, nigga. Like when you start to take certain drugs that raise your frequency up. But mind you, if you a low vibrational young nigga, which means you have not found yourself yet, and you're not authentic to yourself yet, because you still competitive, you still your worth is still off money and shit. You still you still goddamn search for validation from the crowd and shit, right? Those are lower entities, like lower beings, right? So understand that the body is simply a tool for the higher realms to communicate through. This is why some of y'all niggas just don't understand me sometimes, because nigga, I'm not speaking from the entities that surround you, right? That's why it's really important, bro, to only surround yourself with people that surrounded by the same energy as you, gang. Like when you start really tapping into this shit for real, bro, when you begin to be aware that being insecure and competitive shit and comparing yourself and people pleasing, once you realize all that shit is not normal, then you upgrade your intelligence, right? Okay, so that's not a normal way of thinking. So why am I thinking like that? Because you have negative entities that's whispering in your ear, right? Or sending thoughts to the mind, to the brain. That's how this shit work. That's why y'all be trying to escape y'all thoughts instead of facing them. You can't escape thoughts, right? Because the thoughts is energy, right? So the higher your frequency goes, the more energy at a higher level begins to communicate with the vessel, right? This is why the vessel, the body, has to go into solitude. The body has to cut off outside people. The body has to go on a fast and shit, right? And fasting is cutting off people. Fasting is cutting off TV and music and shit, right? Fasting is going into that silence and sitting by yourself, so you can really just start hearing your higher self, right? Because when you're in the world surrounded by unhealed individuals, bro, you're in your lower self. You're sitting in your lower self, gang. And it's like your lower self is the one that communicates all the doubt, the worry, the fear, the competition, the comparison. That's the lower self, right? Because you're surrounded by individuals that also think just like you. So it's like, gang, them thoughts and insecurities and shit you got, oh, your friends and your family got them shits too. That's why it's a generational curse, because y'all all sitting in it. Y'all all just sitting around in the energy, right? Because no one has chosen to walk the path of the unknown. What does it say in the Bible? Jesus walked his own path. Jesus separated himself from his family, right? And Jesus is not a man, bro. Jesus just represents a person or individual that chooses to walk a path of humiliation, truly destroying their ego so they can serve a purpose greater than them. 333, I just seen it on my timer, gang. So when you understand that, bro, Jesus, the book was really our book. The chosen ones and shit, the ones that came down here to speak love, that was our book. But they used it against us, nigga, because the lack of intelligence, right? If you stay in the first grade forever, then you will forever be with first grade knowledge through your whole motherfucking life, right? So it's like, if you don't ever expand your mind and start going out and searching for more knowledge, you're gonna be stuck in the same position forever, twin. So understand, right? The Bible is a book of spells, nigga. It's a book of fucking spells. That's why they say it and they spell it. They talk it. They say it to you, and you just believe it, right? And this is what keeps you trauma. This is what keeps you trauma bond to families, bro. This is what keeps you trauma bond to your family and to your friends and all that shit, right? Because the Bible said and they've been programmed you since a child, since a baby. A children is naturally a reflection of their parents, right? So if the parents have been programmed to, oh yeah, the Bible said da da da, right here it said da da da, and you just like, okay, all right, okay. Guess what? You're gonna grow up believing that shit, and you gonna give that shit to your kids, gang. And that's why I say, like, bro, parents will beat you or parents will abuse you, and then use the book of spells to to bind you to them, nigga. Like, oh, well, just give it, thou shalt respect their mother and their father. Just give it up to Jesus. Like, nigga, you just punched me in my shit and I'm 5 years old. What the fuck? You just literally whooped me with an extension cord and I'm only 10 years old. Like, you just beat me senselessly and you want me to suck it up? And y'all think that shit is normal because you think being tough is cool. You want to be tough so bad, but deep down you insecure. Like, you want to be tough and look hard so bad, but deep down you shame yourself. And that's the reason why you cannot escape truth. So it's like, nigga, either you face your truth or you be haunted by truth. Right? So either you face the truth or the truth will forever haunt you, twin. So this is when you gotta start understanding, twin. A lot of y'all niggas are not happy because y'all around people that has trauma bonded you to them, either through religion, through abusing you, through manipulation. Because some of y'all haven't been through physical abuse, right? Some of y'all haven't been through physical abuse. Some of y'all just have been through manipulation, like just mental abuse. Feel me? People talking down on you and shit. Your own parents talking down on you and shit, right? Nigga, my own parents, my own mom was talking down on me and shit. Feel me? You ain't gonna be shit, or you gonna be just like your daddy and shit. Your big head ass. It's like your own family. It's like your own family disrespect you, bro, and you think that shit normal. And we never look at that shit, twin. Like, nigga, my own family, feel me, with my own mother and shit, feel me, disrespecting me and my sister gang. And we not looking at that shit as nothing because we so scared because they use fear to control you, bro. Like, fear is what they use to trauma bond you and what they use to control you. That's why preachers can't wait to say some fearful shit. The demons, and they're gonna go to hell, and they're gonna burn, and they're gonna be separated from God. Like, niggas can't wait to use fear to keep people, to pull people in, right? But it's like, don't you notice that the niggas on the inner journey don't ever gotta use fear, and niggas want to follow them anyways? Don't you notice that niggas on the journey never once have to speak about no fucking fear? We've never once spoken about, oh yeah, by the way, if you don't listen to me, you're gonna burn, or you're gonna be separated from God, or you're gonna be separated from. It's like, bro, if you don't want to believe me, I don't care. I don't, because that's real self love, gang. I love myself enough to know, and I've been through enough, as you can fucking see, if depending on how long people been watching me and shit. Bro, nigga, I've been through enough and I've seen enough to know that what I'm talking about is correct. Because, nigga, I am more peaceful than you. I probably have more peace in my life than most of you, right? And that's because I have took the time to understand who I am, twin. So it's like, bro, it's just a lot of real shit that we not discussing, that has to be discussed, that has to be laid out on the line, so we can really start to heal and we can really start to let go and start really finding genuine connections that's talking about growing. It's like, bro, if you're not talking about growing, you ain't talking about investing, then you're not where you need to be at. You're still in this scared mindset. Like, you don't know, oh well, you hold on to your money and your material because you don't really believe you're abundant. Like, because you don't know what to invest the money into, because you don't even have nothing to invest it into. You haven't been doing no research on what to invest your money into, right? So you hold on to it, right? And it's like, you don't truly believe you're abundant, gang. If you living in a fear mindset, if you living in a lack or fear mindset, you don't truly believe or truly know that you're abundant, gang. So once you start really understanding who you are, gang, and understanding, like, damn, your authenticity, your gifts, your art, your creativity, all that shit is like what you supposed to invest into, bro. Like, not businesses, not all this other courses and shit. Like, bro, no, start something from authentically within you, and then the money you make, invest that shit into it. That shall be your generational support because it's authentic to you. It's not something you have to try to do. Like, it's not something you have to try to do. We're not in a time of trying anymore. We're in a time of flowing, right? So if you're still in that trying energy, bro, you're gonna be left behind, twin. You're gonna be going backwards, gang. We are now coming into a flowing. Like, invest into something that flows, something that's natural. Invest into a natural flow, and the abundance shall come back to you. Because you want your money to make you money, gang. You don't want your labor to make you money. You don't want the hard work and grinding and I can't and sleeping 12-hour shifts and shit. Like, no, bro. You want the grind and the hustle You want that shit to be more internal, twin. Like grinding and feel me, fixing yourself, healing yourself and shit. Feel me? Once you heal yourself, once you find yourself and shit, you start expressing your gifts or expressing who you are authentically. That shall become your business, and you invest into that shit, twin. Real life.